Hey, good morning, traders. Okay, so I'm going to do another run through of all the charts, just like I did yesterday. We've got a lot of anxious traders in the market. I'm getting all sorts of messages about where the direction of this market is going to go. I personally am still very bullish, and I'm going to run through some of these charts explaining why. I'm going to start with the small cap cryptos, the altcoins, really the riskiest of all. All right, so you can see Jasmy here. This is one that I threw some money at when we were at the 17 cents level. And remember, I said it is potential that we go down to our next level at 11 cents. But last night, I believe that was a bear trap. All right. And the reason why is because we stopped here. And I think we are going to settle above our 17 cents support by the end of the day today. We'll find out, but this is based upon the correlation of data I'm receiving from all the other charts. That's just my prediction. I do have my stops in place somewhere midway down, but I did not get stopped out of this trade yet. Remember, I said always set your stops a little bit further down the chart, because what like the from your support levels, because what the market movers like to do is they like to scare people into setting off their stop limit orders, and so those are all triggered. Last night, over 500 million was liquidated in the Bitcoin market. That's quite a bit of funds sitting on the side right now. So you got to be careful with those stops and set them appropriately. Let's move on. I don't want to dwell too long on any of these charts. I'm just going to go over some of the charts that I've done videos on, or that you all have requested videos on. So another one is Shiba. All right, so let's go to Shiba here. And what do we have noted? Same thing, basically. We are below a critical level here. However, does that mean you should sell? Not necessarily. Remember, again, I told some of my traders, all right, if you're going in Shiba, yeah, that area right there is a great time to throw money at it. We don't know what's going to happen, but I said, make sure you set your stops appropriately a couple percentage points below this uptrending line here. Now, a positive sign here that I see is, see the bottom of our triangle here? If I extend that line to the right, look at this. Our body of our current candle is sitting right on that support. Again, that is an excellent sign, and showing us that Shiba, again, the close today is critical on these smaller coins like Jasmy and Shiba. The close today, we got to find out where we're going to go. I'm expecting us to go up. Actually, not today, tomorrow. So we're on the, we're here today. All right. So we got to see, do we confirm this move tomorrow? All right. So what needs to happen to confirm the downward trend is we need to have another candle open and close below our uptrending line. All right. So again, today is not necessarily the most critical. Tomorrow is our critical. I expect we open below this trend line. The question of the hour is, do we close above? And really, that is the question on all of these that I'm going to be going through. But for the time being, again, I see no reason to panic. I see no reason to sell. We're still all good. All right, so let's move on to Filecoin here. File USD. All right, again, all right, so it looks like this inverse head and shoulders pattern that I drew is really no longer valid. However, so let me just delete some of these shoulders. We have invalidated this because we broke out and went down to our baseline of support, the bottom of the triangle there. You can barely see the wick, but we touched our bottom triangle here. So anyways, the triangle pattern is still valid. However, the head and shoulders is not. Either way, the targeted projection is still the same because we measure from the top of our triangle to the bottom of the triangle and place that where we expect to break out. Somewhere over here is where I placed it, and look at this, our target still remains $95. Again, I told investors, you're not wrong to invest anywhere in this space. As long as you're still in this triangle, you have not broke below it, you're good. All right. We did not break below it. That support held. And therefore, I expect, and I'm not saying this is going to happen for sure. Remember, technical analysis is just, it's not a crystal ball. It's just the probability of what we can expect to happen. So tomorrow, I think we'll see a green candle, and maybe we'll even close above this 50-day. Maybe we hit our heads on the top of the triangle, we close above the 50-day. And look at this, the 50-day is starting to move up, and we see similar patterns across the board. And this is starting to form a golden cross on all of these altcoins. That is a very positive, a very bullish sign. Though it's very much a lagging indicator, it is something to keep your eye on and look for. And check this out. Let's look at our RSI as well. We are descending, and we have some big support down here as well to look for. So again, that it coincides with the bottom of this triangle. All right, moving on. Can't spend too much time on any one of these. I'm just showing you that all the data correlates here. Btc USD. All right, so we have broken out of this. Let me zoom out here. Broken out of this cup and handle pattern. This is our neckline. What has happened? All right, we went up to our first level of resistance. If you are a Dominance subscriber on Substack, you know that I would have told you to sell 25% here. Why? Because in case we come back down, right? And then you buy back 100% at the neckline. And the reason why we haven't sold there is because we have not broken below and confirmed. Confirmation comes tomorrow on the daily, all right? So if we open and close below this neckline, the purple neckline here, tomorrow, that indicates that this pattern is no longer going to play out, and we're not going to see our final target very quickly. All right, maybe somewhere down the line in the future, but for this play, we sell if we and sometimes I like to see more than 1 day of confirmation. Sometimes I like to see 2 days. So if it lingers up there along the top of this neckline and it's not dropping fast, I may still hold even with a candle closing below. And the reason I do that is because it's showing us the market sentiment, even though we're below that neckline, it's still pretty positive. All right, so we have to wait for further confirmation and I'll move down. But check this out. We've got a golden cross that has actually formed here on the daily. A very good sign. All right, the 50-day is crossing above the 200. All right, let me get rid of these. Move on to our next chart. Let's see where we're at. BCH. No, we're going to go to Basic Attention Token. Another one that I like to map a lot on. All right, same thing here. All right, it's kind of the same thing. This is a big cup and handle pattern. See the cup, see the handle, not necessarily technically a handle, but we also have a triangle that we broke out of and a big resistance line. Several weeks ago, I did a video on this. I said, we're not going to break above and stay above this resistance without multiple attempts. Why? Because this is huge resistance. This comes all the way from March of 20. All right. That's when I began to draw this. And you don't just break through these big resistance lines. So what did we do? We broke through. We went up to a level of support way up here at $1.54 and came crashing back down all the way back down to $1 area. All right. So we did not confirm. Why is that not confirmation? Again, because we closed above, we opened above, but we did not close above this level of resistance. All right, therefore, we did not confirm the move, the bullish move. We're still below this level of resistance. However, This blue line here, that represents our neckline from the cup and handle, I guess you could call it. And it is proving to be valuable resistance or support, depending on what side we're on. Right now, we're above that, which is a good thing. That's a positive thing. And it is providing our support area. All right. And so tomorrow, again, tomorrow is the big key day, Wednesday. If we can use this as a trampoline of sorts, it's possible that we project ourselves above this level of resistance finally, and then can begin to use it as support to travel further up to my final target of $1.65. Either way, the case here is not negative. We're in neutral territory on most of these. However, I would say we're leaning positive. We're leaning bullish. Look at this. Golden cross again, all right? So those are all great indicators that we will begin to move up again soon into the future. Next coin, Bch USD. All right, take a look at this one. All right, beautiful. All right, so we broke out of this triangle. Didn't quite make it up to my first level of resistance, and possibly, if I zoom out here, I might have another level that we did hit. Yeah, so I could have drawn a level, and this is the thing with this technical analysis. Sometimes you don't see things until hindsight is 2020. But turns out what we actually did is hit a resistance level here at around $720, came back down. We used our 200-day for support and stayed there for a while, but this big move down led by Bitcoin took us below another support level. And like I said, you hear me repeat this all the time in these videos, our triangles, once we break out, we like to come back and kiss mama goodbye. All right, so that's what we did. Look at this. Perfect. Touched the top of our triangle. Boom. Let's see what happens tomorrow. This is what I think is going to happen. Another reason why I think that's going to happen, look at our RSI. I've got a level of support drawn here. We're below it right now, but I think we can come back above. And our 50-day is also proving that. Look at the direction it's pointing. Our 50-day says, hey, we're going up, we're going up. So these are all good indicators that we can use. Set your emotions aside. I know, we're right there on the edge. Put your stops in place. Be safe. As always, we go below these levels, then you have good reason to sell. But everything that I've seen and all my positions are still holding strong because we still are, we have not confirmed this downward movement yet. All right. That needs to happen on the daily. We need to have another candle close below some of these big levels of support. This one I would say would be our level of support here, which would indicate we're going further down. So if we close below 625 on Bitcoin Cash tomorrow, then it's something to maybe look at further and start to be concerned about. And I'll do several of these videos throughout the week to keep you, maybe I'll do one each morning just to keep you all up to date on what my sentiment looks like. All right. And I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying this is the way I'm playing this so far. This is what I'm seeing. And maybe you all see something different. And if you do, please, in a comment section, make note of it and let us all know so we can all learn together. This is why I do these videos. I want everybody to benefit. Crypto, I believe, truly is the way of the future. And this is where you can do pure technical analysis and not worry about highway robbery that comes along with the market manipulators, which are definitely heavily invested into the traditional space, stock markets and stuff. I mean, it really, you can still do technical analysis there. A lot of times you have to do it on the smaller cap stocks and such because there's so much manipulation taking place in that space. So I love crypto because you can do this technical analysis and it turns out correct many times. Not always, but many times. And Probably is always if you could see everything, but I can't see everything. I'm only basing my analysis on what I see. All right, so we're at Ethereum. Now, this one's interesting because I had a big level of support there. I said, if we close below this, it's time to reevaluate this and look for, the potential of this cup and handle pattern being eventually negated. We're not there yet. Look, our neckline is way down here, so we've got a ways to go. And like I said, again, I'm going to be repeating myself in this video. Tomorrow is key day. Now, this is a key level of support here. We tried to come all the way down and touch our 50-day. Sometimes we like to do that. Couldn't quite get there. Why couldn't we get there? Because there are bulls in this market. They're not selling this, all right? That's a good sign. We couldn't get to our 50-day even, all right? And then we have used this level of support as a trampoline of sorts. What this indicates to me, this move below our key resistance here, is it indicates we might just move up to our $6,000 level, that target that I have, a little bit slower than usual. All right, so maybe we follow and traverse along the underside of this resistance level now. I don't know. I mean, that's definitely a possibility we need to keep in the back of our minds and consider, right? Anything that is a possibility we need to store there as future potential for price action. So that's what I see on Ethereum. It is definitely interesting that we broke below that support level, but it's not concerning yet. We need to, I would say, before I start to become concerned, really is if we broke below the 50-day or even this support, I'd have to take a closer look and see what Ethereum is up to. What are they planning here? All right, so then next one, let's take a look at our altcoin market, which includes Ethereum. Again, kind of the same story here, but check this out. All right, so this is our neckline. I got to make this video quicker because I'm running out of my 20 minutes. This is our neckline. I'm going to extend this to the right. Let's go back. Look at this. We touched this perfectly, and it's right in coincidence with our 50-day moving average, which is telling us we're going up. I believe tomorrow, if not today, tomorrow we're going to see a big price jump. All right, all these guys that got liquidated out of their market, out of the market because their sell stops were in too tightly, they could be in trouble unless they buy back here. And you don't necessarily want to buy back here. So that's why I always say, make sure your sell stops are set appropriately, not too close to the level of support that you're invested in. All right, Btc USD. Let's make this quick. We're running out of time here. Okay, Coinbase. Again, wow, look at this. Orange. This is mid-October of 2020. Hitting support right there perfectly in coincidence with the 50-day, telling me that we will probably tomorrow close above this resistance, but will become support and head higher. And I have on this chart, like I said previously in a previous video, this is a cup and handle of sorts. I got to take it out of auto here and be quick. This is telling me we're going to 100,000. I don't know when. We could traverse against the underside of this resistance till we make it there, but eventually we're going to 100,000. I believe that might come the end of January next year. All right, one more chart here. Let me get rid of this stuff. Btc Dominance, and we'll close out the day with Btc Dominance if I can get it in here before my 20-minute mark. All right, so we are in the process of completing what could be a cup and handle pattern. I don't know that this is going to happen for sure. We found support here, down here on the RSI. I believe that's going to traject us upward. Our 50-day is crossing the 200-day. forming a bullish cross. So I do think that we have ample opportunity to complete this handle here. Though, like I've said before, we could head down. I don't think that's going to happen. All these charts are in coincidence with each other. Nothing to worry about, guys. Hope this helps. Leave a comment, like, and subscribe.